Hello and welcome to glittershinenails. I'm not usually one for following trends, but this one is just stunning. Milk bath nails are everywhere on social media right now, and I wanted to make one just using gel polish. So I've created this mani for my last video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I created this gorgeous milk bath nail. In the description box below you'll find a list of products that I will be using. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and please make sure you have the bell notification on, and please also like this video. These things really do help out my channel. Thank you. So here is the mani. I really enjoyed creating this and it's easy to create. So I'll just be showing you how I created the middle nail using just gel polish and some dried flowers. I've personally only seen videos from acrylic text doing the milk bath nail. So the brand of gel polish I'm using is from Kiki London. So I have their rubber base coat and their no wipe rubber top coat. This is by far my favourite base and top coat to use. I'll also be using their white gel polish, which is called French White. I'm also going to be using Profile Backstage Foil Gel. I'll talk more about this product later on. I have 3 different collections of dried flowers. First, these little flowers. I've used these before and I've already picked out the flower I want to use, and I've just added it into this little pot for safekeeping. Then I have this collection of flowers. Now I've never used these up until these milk bath nails, but I like the leaves. They have the veins running through them. They're just really pretty, and I've just cut them up into little pieces, and I'm using the light pink one from this collection. Then we have these little bud flowers. Again, I've used these before. They come in these like little wheels, but I tend to cut them up. It creates sort of like a confetti, and I'm going to be using the green and the pink. Again, I've already done this and added these to the little pots. All of these flowers came from different stores on AliExpress. Then I have a selection of tools in which I'll be using for this mani. First, my trusty pair of scissors. I love these ones. Then I have a pair of tweezers. These are very pointy and particularly sharp. I also have my wax picker-upper tool. I'll pick up the flowers using the wax end. I tend to just push things around with the wax end. I don't tend to use the other end at all. I also have my cleanup brush, very important. This style is my favourite to use. Then I have my fine detailer brush, which I'll be using for the milky gel polish. I also have my dusting brush for when I do a tiny bit of filing, and my silicone mat for mixing the gel polish. So I've added in a new buffed nail tip to my silicone hand. If you were doing this on natural nails or enhancements, full prep would be needed to be done first. A link to my prep routine is in the description box below. I'll start by applying a layer of the Kiki London rubber base coat to the whole nail. I like to wipe off all of the gel from my brush first and then pick up a small bead. This just helps me control the application more. I do a nice even coat all over the nail, and I'll also cap the free edge. I'll then cure that in my lamp for 30 seconds. Now for curing, for the first time on video, I am using my 6-watt Sun Mini lamp, which is brilliant to use for the silicone hand, and it's just very quick and easy. Now I'm going to apply a layer of the Kiki London French White gel polish to the whole nail. Now this layer does not have to be perfect coverage. It's really just there as a base colour, as I'm adding items over the top of it. I'll just repeat the same again for my application, making sure that it's as good as I can possibly make it. Again, I'll cap the free edge. and any that I get on the skin I will remove that before curing with a brush and some isopropyl alcohol. Now my hands were particularly shaking this day when filming, so my application wasn't the best. Now for curing, I like to cure all colour gel polishes for a full 60 seconds. So onto the Profile Backstage foil gel. This is mainly used for foils, but it can help to adhere other items to the nail as well. I have both versions. The bottle is a low viscosity product and the pot version is a much higher viscosity, so it is a much thicker gel version. I'm using the bottle version because I haven't really used this bump one before. Now you could use the tacky layer of the gel polish, but with gel polish brands, they don't all have the same level of stickiness to them. Kiki London is quite sticky, but others in my collection aren't. So it's just sort of working with what you've got. You could also use a layer of base coat to create that sticky layer, or apply a layer of foil glue. So this foil gel is just like applying any gel polish, but it will leave a super sticky layer once cured. So I'll apply that to the whole nail and then I'll give that a full cure for 60 seconds in my lamp. But this time I won't cap the free edge. Now that's cured, I'm going to start applying my flowers using my wax picker-upper tool. I'll start with the big flower first and then add everything everywhere else. When using the foil gel, you'll see just how easy these flowers stick to that sticky layer. I've worked with flowers before and they have been a nightmare, but using the foil gel has made them so much easier, and I now know that I will not use flowers any other way. This foil gel has really helped me out. When adding the flowers for the milk bath nails, there is no right or wrong way, but I know that I don't want to cover the whole nail. I still want some white to come through. I'm also keeping them away from the side walls and the cuticle area as much as possible because I will be slightly encapsulating this. Also, any colour combo will work. For me, I was doing a pink set of nails, so I wanted 3 different pinks to go alongside that pink gel polish. So now I'm happy with all the placement of the flowers, I'm going to mix my milky gel polish. I'm using French white gel polish from Kiki London and the rubber base coat. I'm going to mix 2 different mixes. One is going to be a really milky mix, and the other one, which is the smaller bead one, that's only going to be just a milky colour. But I'll just mix both up. To test that I've got the right colour, because I'm working on a white base, which really isn't helpful, I am going to put a tiny bit of the gel onto my thumb. If it's not quite right, I will add a little bit more of the white or the base coat, depending on which one I want, but they're very easy to mix. I am using more base coat than white, and I am also making sure that the mixtures are well mixed as well. Now that I'm happy with my mixes, I'm going to start adding them. First, I'm going to start with the more milkier version. I'll add this around most of the flowers and slightly going over them as well. I'm keeping this as thin as I possibly can, making sure that the layers stay nice and thin. I'm also making sure that I don't lose the shape of the nail, so I'm trying to keep the gel polish to a very minimal on them side walls and cuticle area. But I'll just continue to add the mix over the nail. If any gets on the skin, I will clean that up. Now, I did think about using my opal gel polish that I've got, which is a milky gel polish, but I felt that most probably people wouldn't have this in their collection. But as you can see, it's super easy to create the milk bath nail using gel polish. I had a lot of fun creating this type of nail art. I don't do it a lot, but I'm really happy that I've now tried it. So once I'm happy with the application of that milky gel polish, I'll give that a full cure for 60 seconds. I also, again, didn't add any to the free edge. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the not so milky version over the flowers that haven't been covered by the first milky gel polish. This is going to give them only a slightly milky look to the flowers. Now obviously this is just how I've created my milk bath nail. There is probably parts that you might not want to do. I've personally not seen any videos of the milk bath nails using gel polish, only acrylic, but I'm sure there's plenty out there. But I really liked the look of the way that I did them. I just had a play afternoon and went with what I had in my collection. So once I'm happy with how that all looks, I'm again going to give that a full cure for 60 seconds. So now that's all cured, I'm going to apply a layer of the no wipe rubber top coat. Now I'm using this because it's nice and thick and it's going to give me that extra thickness I want. I want to create an encapsulating layer so that I can file and refine any lumps and bumps that may be in the nail. I want to also make sure that I've completely covered all of the flowers. Now, if you don't have anything like a rubber top coat or a builder gel in a bottle, you could go in with a couple of layers of top coat and you would be absolutely fine as well. This is just my preferred way of working. I have encapsulated flowers with the rubber top coat before in the past and it works really well. I am making sure that I try to keep the shape of the nail the best I can. Working with gel and keeping the shape can be a little bit tricky, but making sure that I've covered everything. I don't want to file into any of them flowers. I will check from all angles, so down the barrel, from the side views, just to make sure that I've got a nice coverage and nothing is sort of sticking and poking through that layer. I'll then give that a full cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. Now that that's all fully cured, it looks very pretty as it is, but I want to give this a file and refine just to make sure that it looks all nice and there's no lumpy bumpy bits. So I'll be using a 240 grit file. This is a super soft file and perfect for gel nails. I'll also use my buffing block as well. This will just remove any scratches and smooth out the nail even more. But I will be doing the filing off camera because if you've ever filed on camera, you'll just know how difficult it actually is. So I've filed and refined, making sure that I've made it nice and flush around the cuticle area. I don't want to have a step at that cuticle area as that's not a nice look to have. But also making sure my side walls and free edge are nice and straight. I'll remove any dust with my dusting brush ready for top coat, but before I do top coat, I do want to give the nail a clean with a wax strip and some isopropyl alcohol to remove any fine little bits of dust and bits and pieces that might be floating around. I'll then come in with the final layer of the Kiki London no wipe rubber top coat and apply that to the whole nail. I do like how the milk bath nails look matte, but I also really like them glossy as well. Both ways would look fantastic. So a nice thin layer of the top coat applied and I'll give that a final cure for 60 seconds and that is my milk bath nail completed. A very easy but very pretty nail and no two nails are the same. I do think I prefer the first one I did. It has a little bit more of a milky effect to it and this is completely soak off as well. I'll definitely be creating some more of these in the future. I hope that you have liked this mani tutorial. My mani will be over on my Instagram page in the next few days, along with what products I've used. There is a link in the description box below. If you do come over and see my posts and you like them, please give them a like as well. I'd be really grateful. Thank you for viewing my mani tutorial on the milk bath nail using gel polish. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Comment below. I love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and share. Also, don't forget to come over and follow me on my Instagram page at glittershinenails. So until next time, thanks for watching and bye.